Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. We're off on a trip across the country to visit Nexon HQ and meet up with everyone at the Mabinogi Mell mixer. I've got quite the trip ahead of me, starting with a long drive to visit my mom and her crew of hoodlums that are up to no good. It looks like the cats and chickens are still participating in gang activities. No surprises there. After having lunch with the flock, it was time to take off. Time just flies by when you're hurtling through the sky at over 500 miles an hour. Before I knew it, I had landed in LA. Of course, by now you've seen that we had a chat by the Fireside with the team and the other Soul streamers. It was awesome to see all the Mabinogi decorations they brought out, especially the rebirth potion jars. I'm sure they won't miss it if I take one with me, right? It was an awesome opportunity to hang out with the other Soul streamers in person. All these personalities I've known for a while now and collaborated with all in one place. I have lots of memories I took home with me, but not a lot I could film. So while you enjoy the B-roll of Anime Expo, I'd like to recount a few tales. The first night we were all there, we went to dinner at IHOP. Now, I'm not sure how it came up in the conversation, but Tamara was convinced that Fury was bald. And since he wasn't bald, somebody had to go bald. Everyone else just had such beautiful hair. I had to be the sacrifice. Just kidding. After we got back to the hotel, I had a run-in with a certain everyday hero in the elevator. They had just arrived and we were all ready to retire for the night. Everyone else got to meet Hero the next morning, but in typical elf fashion, I had to be first. Speaking of Hero, when we were out to lunch the next day, my brother texted me telling me he was a fan of Hero's and asked if I could say hello to Hero for him. I couldn't help but laugh because Hero was sitting right there when I got the text. So naturally, I asked Hero to sign a napkin and brought it back with me as a souvenir. My brother now has that napkin framed and has mentioned something about cloning him. I'm not so sure about that. Also, and we have to keep this between us, I'm only telling you to document that it happened. There exists an absolutely wild fanfic of Hero and I that will most likely never see the light of day. No lie, I was told by the author that it was so hot that the fire alarm went off as it was being written and they had to stop. Yes, that actually happened. A while back, I commissioned Jade for a Discord reactive of my character, and she added a little blob like my emotes in the pocket of my character's hoodie. I love that detail. During the trip, we had a couple opportunities to immortalize our visit by signing a board or a banner, and I got to put the little blob next to Jade's doodle for those. It's the little things that count. I had so many opportunities to hang out with everyone, including Mabinerd. We even had a secret rendezvous to plot his crashing of the mixer and our eventual escape from Nexon's basement dungeon.
The part of the video where you place your bets. How long do you think it'll take for me to blow my cover at the Mell mixer? Bit about how Tamara is just really close to figuring out stuff.
She's got you dead to rights, man.
That's funny. And I was thinking about them. I'm like, how did Tamara, that specific idea enter her head?
Yeah.
And I remembered something. And at the time, I wasn't planning on seeing it through. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was because sometimes Tamara will pop into the Discord chat late at night and just sit there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And one night I hopped in there and I was like, yeah, I'm not going. But if I did go, I'd do something dumb like go in a mascot suit like Elmo or something.
I mean, it's not Elmo.
It's not.
That'll throw her off for sure, right?
It's definitely not Elmo. Although I almost bought the, okay, so I don't know if Dan showed you the list of costumes I was gonna get.
No.
One was Elmo.
Okay.
One was a giant chicken, like one of the inflatable suits. But I'm like, I gotta cover the face with something because it has a little window.
Yeah.
And then the last one was the rat suit.
Okay. So what did we go with?
The rat, for sure. We went with the rat.
We don't talk about it.
We don't. Yeah, black. We don't talk. Don't talk about black shipwrecks.
We don't talk about black shipwrecks.
By the way, I don't know if you know, Land's gonna be at the event too.
That's funny. That's funny. That makes it even better, honestly.
Yeah.
I keep like seeing other people who are going. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be fun.
We had the chance to film a bunch of Mabinogi IRL shorts as well, so be sure to check those out. If y'all have seen the Not Doing Stardust music video, you're probably a fan of Rendezvous. She's definitely one of the top 10 most talented people I know, someone I greatly respect and am inspired by. We don't get to work together too often, but we have some banger collabs in the works already. Getting to meet up in person was one of the highlights of the mixer for me. If I had one regret from the trip, it was not having enough time during the mixer to really sit down and chat with everyone there. I hope to get the chance to do this again and make the most of it. There were a lot of moments during the trip that I can't really make a story from, just heart-to-heart moments with others in the cast and friends I made along the way. I just want to say I treasure those moments and appreciate everyone being genuine with me during the trip. It made the experience something I'll never forget. I'm really thankful to the Mabinogi community for making this possible, and to Nexon for sponsoring the trip for me. Y'all some real ones. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Make some noise for the Mabinogi team! And make some noise for all y'all for coming out here for this! And make some noise for Black Shipwrecks! Yeah!